Hey y'all, so I don't know what angle to put this on, but this is going to be my first week of um, making making the cookies, or making some kind of baked good once a week, and showing you guys how to make it and stuff, as I myself make it for the first time. So we're going to learn together. I don't know what I'm going to call it yet. You can comment below, or I'll think of some ideas myself for the next video or something, of ideas of what to call this little segment thing. But I'm going to make, I'll show you what they look like. I should have had this prepared. I'm going to make these strawberry chocolate chip cookies. They look like this. That's what they're supposed to look like anyway. They're pink and have chocolate chips in them. So that's what I'm going to be trying to make today. And so the ingredients you need, I guess I should have, well, you'll need eggs, 2 eggs I think, and then there's baking powder, strawberry cake mix. They used, what was it called? It was Duncan Hines strawberry cake mix, but they didn't have any regular strawberry when I went to the store today, so I got Pillsbury strawberry cake mix, and then vanilla, I don't think I said that yet, vegetable oil, I just got the great value from Walmart, and then Hershey's. It said semi-sweet, but I already had some milk chocolate, so I mean, it's just as good in my eyes. So that's what you need for it, and well, we'll get making it. So to start off, we need in a large bowl, so in like this bowl, we need to mix together the baking powder, or not baking powder, this is cake mix. Mix together the cake mix. We're also going to put baking powder in it, so that's why I say baking powder. So put that in there, and the baking powder. Okay, and we'll just mix that together. Okay, and then in the smaller bowl, which I have this one, you're going to put in the 2 eggs, and the ½ teaspoon of vanilla, and the 1/3 cup of vegetable oil. And as I'm adding these ingredients, I just added the 1/3 cup of vegetable oil and kind of spilled it. You can't see the puddle on the floor, but there's a little one. That's nice. All part of baking though. Ooh, fun. Okay, now I have these mixed together. Switching hands. The vanilla, the eggs, and the oil, and I just need to whisk these together. Okay, and then once you have those ingredients mixed together, you can put these in with your cake mix and your baking powder. And you'll mix those together. And once you have that mixed together pretty well, you'll add in probably little by little the chocolate chips and kind of gently add those in. So I'll add a little bit in, and then I'll mix it a little bit, and then I'll add some more in and mix it until they're all pretty much mixed in. And then once you have mixed together pretty well with the chocolate chips, you'll put them into rounded balls on a baking sheet. Mine's pretty old. It was my mom's before it was mine, and she gave it to me. But you'll put into rounded balls on your baking sheet. The instructions that I found online, the recipe, said to put down like wax paper. Yeah, put down wax paper on the baking sheet, but I've learned the hard way that if I put wax paper on my baking sheet and put it in the oven, it will be really smoky. So that doesn't do too well for my oven. But if you'd like to do that, I don't know if there's a certain reason or if it's just so the pan is clean, but for the purposes of my own oven, I am not putting wax paper on mine. But you'll put it in little balls, like if you make cookies like you usually would. So here's my first dozen. Before they go in, the recipe said, or the instructions said, to make them taller than they are round. So I kind of tried to scrunch a bunch of them up to make them a little more taller, and less round. I'm supposed to cook them at 350 for 10 minutes. With the way my oven is, it cooks a little hot, so it's going to be probably it'll be less than 10 minutes. But I'm just going to have to kind of guess and hope that they don't burn, because it's my first time making them, so I don't really have a usual. With cookies I usually make, the specific cookies that I usually make, I know to always cook those at 8 minutes, but I don't remember how long I'm supposed to cook them. So maybe I'll try 8 minutes on these and see how they go. So let's see how they turn out. Well, I brought them out of the oven, and it seems like they turned out pretty well. It also said, by the way, I didn't do it, as you can tell, but it also said you could, before you put them in, after you have them in the rounded things and stuff, right before you put them in the oven, you can put more chocolate chips on top for decoration if you want. And of course I didn't do that. You can see the chocolate chips in some, and they all have at least a couple, but I didn't really put any extra on top or anything. But I think they turned out pretty good. You can see the little pieces of strawberry in them, and they look very strawberry-ish, and they look yummy. And it said to keep them on the pan for 3 minutes before you transfer them. So I'm waiting on that time to get up. But then I'll transfer them, put the rest in, and I will show you after I put the next batch in how these are, what I think of the taste. Yay, they smell really good. Okay, and I already took a bite out of this one, even though I was going to show you the first bite. This one's a little dark on the bottom. The bigger ones aren't quite as dark, but this one's a little dark on the bottom. But I tried it. It tastes pretty good. That was the first bite with the chocolate chip in it. Pretty good. Yum. But I only put those ones, the second batch, or the second dozen in for 7 minutes. Less than 6 minutes now, but I only put those in for 7 minutes, just so they wouldn't be quite as dark. But I think they look pretty good. A couple of them are a little brown on the sides, so not to let them get brown. A couple of them are a little brown on the sides, like that one isn't, but that one, well, like that one isn't, but that one is. You can see the difference. And a little dark on the bottom, but they don't taste burnt, and I just put 1 less minute on those. So that's it for my first week of making a new kind of dessert for the first time. And as my boyfriend reminded me, well, he thought of the idea originally, but Katie's Cookies. They aren't all going to be cookies, but that might just be what this segment thing is called, even when they're not cookies. But Katie's Cookies, both with K's. Cookies with a K. See you next time.